Have you noticed that everything feels more expensive lately? Not luxury stuff, not yachts or sports cars, just life. The kind of stuff you don't really question until your bank account starts asking questions. Groceries cost more, gas costs more, rent definitely costs more. And somehow your paycheck doesn't feel any bigger. Which is impressive, honestly. That's not in your head. Here's why this feels so frustrating. Most people aren't doing anything wrong. They're working, they're budgeting, they're being responsible. And yet, every month feels tighter than the last. That disconnect is what messes with people. Because when effort doesn't translate into progress, you start blaming yourself, which is very convenient. For everyone except you, and it doesn't stop at the paycheck. Actually, even getting the paycheck has become harder. The job market is a mess right now. Jobs take longer to find. Interviews drag on for weeks. And somehow, everyone is hiring. But nobody is actually hiring. You apply to dozens of jobs. You upload your resume. You retype the same information. You give out personal details. Then you wait, and wait, sometimes for weeks, only to get an email that says, "Thanks for your interest, but you're not the right fit for this role." Which is a polite way of saying your time was wasted. And that's if the job was real to begin with. Because ghost jobs are everywhere now. Listings that look legitimate, collect applications, and never actually hire anyone. So before the money even shows up, people are already drained. Then we get to the paycheck. We were taught a simple story growing up. Get a job, work hard, be responsible, and life gets easier over time. Very reasonable advice. And for decades, that actually worked. But today, the rules quietly changed. Income did go up, but fixed costs went up faster. Housing, insurance, healthcare, transportation. These aren't optional expenses. You can't just skip rent and see how it goes. They're locked in. So even if you earn more, you don't feel richer, because you don't control where the money goes. This creates what I call the paycheck illusion. You get paid, you feel relief, maybe even optimistic. Then the bills hit, and suddenly the money is gone. Not because you wasted it, but because it was already claimed before you ever saw it. That's why raises don't fix the problem, they just delay it. Like hitting snooze on the same alarm. This is where most people fall apart. People say, budget harder. Cut back more. Be more disciplined. At some point the advice is basically, have you tried not being human? Because budgeting doesn't create money. It only rearranges it. If your fixed costs are too high, no spreadsheet in the world saves you. So what actually helps? Here are 3 things that really move the needle. First, focus on fixed costs. Rent, transportation, insurance. These matter more than coffee or subscriptions. If you can reduce one major fixed cost, it's worth more than cutting 10 small ones. Second, stop chasing raises and start chasing leverage. Raises usually come with more responsibility, more stress, and the same lifestyle. Skills that scale. Automation, analytics, sales, tech. Create options, not freedom overnight, but leverage over time. Third, build buffers before you try to build wealth. Most people try to invest before they're stable. That backfires. Emergency savings isn't boring, it's strategic. Buffers turn emergencies into inconveniences instead of disasters. If life feels harder than it should, you're not crazy. You're living in a system where costs are fixed, income is flexible, and nobody explained the difference.